Once upon a time, there was a maths teacher called Mr. Pent.
However, Mr. Pent was anything but your average maths teacher. Oh no, he was one of the world's very worst teachers.
Mr. Pence's every waking moment was filled with one dark obsession: balls.
He loathed them. Where did this strange fixation with spherical objects come from? Well, it started when he was a child. One day when he was just 10 years old, he suffered a fateful accident.
One day, Mr. Pent was walking home from his favourite maths club, which everyone thought was boring. Other boring after-school clubs included Punctuation Club, Stand in a Puddle Club, Sitting in the Dark Society, Train Spotters Anonymous, Basket Weaving for Beginners, Staring at a Blank Wall Club, and Traffic Cone Appreciation Society.
When suddenly he was struck on the head by a ball. Not any ball, a demolition ball.
Ever since the fateful day of his accident, Mr. Pent has detested balls of any kind. The sight of anything round was enough to bring back terrible memories of that great big steel ball. Plunk. So when he grew up and became a maths teacher,
Mr. Pent was dismayed to find that in Chesterton School, where he now taught, there were balls, and more balls everywhere.
In the playground, footballs, tennis balls and even ping pong balls would bounce at him from every angle. Boing, boing, boing! On spotting a ball, his eyes would pop out of their sockets. Balls! Mr. Pent would shout as he foamed from the mouth. Balls!
His hatred was so great he would stick signs up all over Chesterton and started confiscating anything that was round and lock it in his special ball cupboard.
He took a marble, a globe, some peas, and even a space hopper from under a pupil. However, one day a boy named Roland, who happened to have a very round head, felt the full force of Mr. Pent's anger.
Roland! Is that a ball?
Sir, it's not my fault my head's round.
No buts, boy! Get in the cupboard with the other balls!
And with that, he stuffed him in the cupboard.
Over the years, Mr. Pent stuffed hundreds and hundreds of balls of all sizes in there, and there's hardly any room for any more.
The pupils of Chesterton had had enough. With their friend Roland still stuck in the cupboard, they were furious with Mr. Pent. One day, the most rebellious of all the pupils,
a girl called Rebel, who lived up to her name with her individual take on school uniform.
Rebel decided things had to change. They held a secret meeting in the park after school and decided on a plan. Rebel climbed to the top of the climbing frame to address her fellow pupils with an urge and energy that inspired all that heard her.
Have you had enough of Mr. Pent confiscating balls?
As the bell rang for the lunch break the next day, the kids streamed out of the school building into the playground.
Mr. Pent was on the prowl as always. On rebel signal, the pupils began the plan.
A group of children started playing ball games. Football. Another group started playing cricket.
He shoots. Yeah!
More played hockey, tennis, ping pong, and even snooker. Any game that you could think of that involved a ball.
They played it as noisily as they could, except there was no balls, not one. All the kids were taking part in a ginormous trick. Every single one of them was miming.
Of course, Mr. Pent knew absolutely nothing of this scheme. Mr. Pent exploded like an angry volcano. His face turned fiery red and steam came out of his ears.
Balls! What is the meaning of this?
What's the meaning of what, sir?
Rebel asked innocently.
The entire school is playing with balls, but I can't see them!
What, sir? You're saying you can't see them?
No!
Well, that's very strange, because there are balls absolutely everywhere. Look, there's one over there.
Balls, 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 where? Where?
The bell rang to signal the end of lunchtime.
It was time for phase 2 of their plan. From out of the windows of the school building, the children started throwing their balls that they had secretly smuggled in from home.
Balls flew from every window. Mr. Pent started to panic.
Just one more. He opened the cupboard to imprison the last one like all the others. This would prove to be a mistake.
Boom! Thousands of balls burst out. Hooray! Shouted the kids. Mr. Pent couldn't take it anymore.
He ran round and round the playground and out of the school gates, bellowing.
From that day, Mr. Pent was never seen again, and Roland was released from the cupboard.
The pupils at Chesterton were happy that they could play ball as they liked, but they also felt sad. Why?
Because they really missed winding up their teachers. After all, why else do you go to school?